Head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason.
Yeah, Dave, this is Coach Crosby down in West Virginia again. I've been thinking a whole lot about this Kareem Hunt situation, and he plays so violent and he's so versatile that you can line him up at fullback, he can slide out to the slot, not to mention, his ability to run a football first and foremost. So if Donovan Peoples-Jones shows us as a second wide receiver that he can hold that down, then at the end of the year, Peoples-Jones won't be commanding that big of an extension. Why not extend him modestly? And then you have Amari as the number one, Peoples-Jones as the number two, and then that should free up some money to extend Kareem Hunt for 2 to 3 years. Now, what that would create is the guy that got out of Cincinnati, the Ford guy, number 34. Obviously, he's shown flashes, but that gives him a few years, 2 to 3 years behind these guys to learn and really hone in his craft. And then if Kareem Hunt happens to hit that 30-year-old wall, then you can move on, bring this guy in, he's been groomed, and pair him and Chubb and just continue to take off. That's my thoughts. Take care, Dave.
As always, appreciate all the voicemails. Eddie, when you look at that, if Hunt continues to play well, he'll probably play himself into a really nice contract that the Browns just won't want to allocate that much money to running back. That's kind of what it is the roster construction between Chubb and Hunt will probably exceed what they want to give the running back position.
Yeah, and I never even thought of this scenario of extending DPJ before the season ends, before his rookie contract is up. And he's not going to command a lot of money. But that is an interesting, philosophy to take. Extend him, and that way you have a little bit more money, because the Browns love backloading these contracts where the front end is not very lucrative, and the back half of the deal is where you get the money. And I would love for Kareem Hunt to be here for the rest of his career. I think he wants to be here for the rest of his career, but at the same time, like you said, NFL teams are not interested in paying the running backs, two of them that type of money, let alone one of them. And then you have the two, it's a two-headed monster. And all broadcasts yesterday, they kept talking about the two-headed monster of the Browns, and the Jets were containing him for a while. And then at the end, it's when Chubb and Hunt can really start to wear you down, because they just keep going and going, and they get these 10-yard runs, these 22-yard runs. You can use them in the screen game. You can do all sorts of things with them, and I would love for him to be here. I just don't know if that's going to be possible. If it was up to me right now, if I was Andrew Berry, I would give him some sort of an extension. It doesn't have to be the most money ever, doesn't have to be a record-setting deal. Just something that he could be content with for the next 2 or 3 years and keep that two-headed monster in that backfield, because that is the bread and butter of the offense, no matter – and that will change, obviously, once Deshaun Watson is here, but having that two-headed monster is huge.